The Yankees got steamrolled by the Toronto Blue Jays, 10-1. Right? But that's what happens when you hand them the damn steamroller. Right? Just across the board. Let this be the crappy game that the Yankees experience in the playoffs. Let this be. Let them get out of your system, Blue Jays. Right? Get out of your system. Hope that you exercise the demons. Right? Get all your offensive production today. Tomorrow, Max Fried needs to shut them down. We need to come back to the Bronx and bring that momentum right back here. Right? That's the bottom line. I mean, offense. I mean, let's just box score this because this is Luis Hill, 2 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 strikeouts, 48 pitches. Tim Hill came in with an inning and a third. He was good. The best reliever of the day was Camilo Doval. 2 perfect innings. 20 pitches. Luke Weaver came in, didn't get a single damn man out. 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk. Fernando Cruz came in, 2/3, 1 hit and 1 walk. And then Paul Blackburn came in with an inning and a third. He got hit, right? 6 hits, 4 runs. There's a reason why I wanted Ryan Yarbrough here, right? The Toronto Blue Jays have trouble hitting Ryan Yarbrough this year. Crafty lefty. They hit our hard-throwing guys and our guys who just leave stuff over the plate, right? Could have been a different game. But it's not. I mean, they don't have him on the roster, so can't complain about that anyway. Offensively, Trent Grisham, 0 for 3. Aaron Judge, 2 for 4 with a double, batting .400. He's coming through, Aaron Judge. There's no doubt about it, okay? Cody Bellinger, 0 for 3 with an RBI. Ben Rice, 0 for 4. Giancarlo Stanton, 0 for 4. Jazz Chisholm, 1 for 4. Ryan McMahon, run for 3. Jose Caballero, he got up and got hit, almost got hit in the face, got hit in the shoulder. What a pitch. And Anthony Volpe was 1 for 3 with a double off the top of the wall. And Austin Wells was 1 for 3. And Volpe's hitting .357, by the way. Okay? So, all in all, a dreadful performance. But like I said, let this be the game where we let the Blue Jays just get it out of the system. The Yankees have to completely reverse the momentum tomorrow. I need Max Fried to shove. I kind of had a feeling Luis Hill wasn't going to shove. He hasn't shoved in a while, right? There's a reason why I wanted to trade him also this offseason after he won the damn Rookie of the Year. I did see Mark Sanchez got stabbed. Yeah, I saw that. So, across the board, Brewers beat the Cubs 9-3. No surprise there. They lit the Cubs up, and they went right at them. And the Phillies are winning right now. They're leading the Dodgers 3-0 in Philly in the top of the third. So they're hitting Shohei Ohtani. So and that's it. Right across the board. Yeah. None of our guys came through today, Sonny Boy. But you don't put this blame on Judge. He was 2 for 4. Rice did nothing. Grisham did nothing. Stanton did nothing. Okay? Can't expect Judge to be the only guy to come through. Again, he was 2 for 4. He's batting .400 in the postseason. .400. Grisham, Rice, nothing today. Stanton, so blame those guys, not Aaron Judge. Tomorrow's a must-win. It has to happen tomorrow. Yeah. Get that recovery going, Mr. O'Brien. Just take care of that broken ankle, man. Doval was the best reliever we had today. Hill was good too, but Doval was the bright spot today on the pitching side. So, and this is the thing too. I said it earlier, and I even put out a tweet on this. Yankees have to work the count, right? What were they doing swinging the first pitch almost every at bat? They give Gausman 4 pitch innings. Like, what was he doing here? Like, Gausman threw, let me see here. He went 5 2/3 with 75 pitches. They did not work the count on this guy. They did not work the count. Right? And the bats just looked overmatched, impatient. It is meaningful, Sonny, but your opinion doesn't change that. He's hitting 400. The biggest criticism is that he wasn't hitting in the postseason. He's hitting in the postseason. Okay, runners in scoring position. We're going to need guys on base on a regular basis for Judge, but he's hitting 400. So, and this is a team. The Yankees have to beat them at their own game. They have to be more aggressive, right? Our pitching needs to shut down their bats. And like I said, too, they did nothing to shut down Alejandro Kirk today. 2 bombs, did nothing to shut down Guerrero. You went right at them. Why would you go right at these guys who with pitching who don't? None of the pitchers had overwhelming stuff. So why would you go after them the way you did? Of course they're going to win, right? That's obvious. Obvious. And that was a bad call. And yeah, he did bounce off his foot. That was a replay that should happen and didn't happen. Yeah, that was a baloney call. Duvall's got good stuff. I'm glad he's been pitching pretty well this past almost month, so I'm glad he's coming around. So is Devin Williams. These guys could be valuable assets in the bullpen. I've been a Yankees fan my whole life, Lorenzo. My whole life. I've never rooted for another team. No. Tomorrow we got Fried, and then we got Rodon on the mound in Game 3. And then it sounds like it's going to be Schlittler for Game 4. And then it'll be Fried again Game 5 because he'll be on regular 4 days rest. So, I would block all those people. Ken, honestly. They're attacking your sister, attacking family, nah, you get blocked. You're never welcome on this channel, man. You don't know you have the balls to come and say to my face in person. Not one of yous. That's what I would tell them, Ken. Attacking family members? Nah. Well, we'll see. We have to. No, they're not done. You keep saying that Yankees back. Okay, they're not done. Okay? Stop. Stop with the fair with the fan stuff. Really. And it's not over if they lose tomorrow. It's not over until they're mathematically eliminated. Yeah, there's nothing we can do now. You got to move on from this. Again, let this be the game. The Yankees have a crappy game in the postseason. This is it, right? The Blue Jays have they get all their offense out of their system. Let this be today. Let this be today. We know we got to win tomorrow. Yeah, we do. Yeah, what happened to trail in? We trailed the Oakland A's and 2-0. We came back and beat them. So it has happened. But it's nothing we can do now. We got to put this game behind us. This embarrassing performance. Got to put it behind us. You know? No. We got to move on from this. Got to move on. Yeah, I mean, tomorrow, look, we got Max Fried on the mound tomorrow. We need our bats to wake their asses up. If I'm Aaron Boone, I'm talking to these guys. You got to work the count. You have to work the count. There is no – it's going to be Max Fried versus Shane Bieber tomorrow, okay? It's not going to be an easy game. But our bats have to play much better than they did today. None of our impact bats came through except for Judge today. None of them. None of them. So – we need them to come through tomorrow. Now it's Trey Savage, not Bieber. They moved Trey Savage until tomorrow. Did they? Let's see. They play at 4:08 tomorrow. Yeah, Max Fried versus Trey Savage. Okay, Trey Savage. Let me pull up him up here. He's 22 years old. 1-0 with a 3.21 ERA. Okay, he's hittable. He's a righty. Yeah, they have all righties in the rotation, so. It didn't show on the field today. Today it didn't show on the field. Yeah. Aaron Jones banked 400, so in the postseason, 400. Could you do better? Yankees are back. Could you do better than that? 400 in the playoffs. Well, I've been, talking to people like. It's a reason why I wanted Yarborough here, right? And even Ken was saying we should have somebody like Enyo Del Santos, one of those guys, another reliever who does well against the Blue Jays. Weaver doesn't have to be here, and now it's too late. He has to be here for the entire series. Right. Duvall looked really good today. Really good today. He'll look good too. Devin Williams looked good. Yeah. Fernando Cruz wasn't as magical as he was the other day. But again, if we had some length today from Luis Hill, we wouldn't have had to use. Let's see. Still 3-0. 2, 3, 4. We wouldn't have had to use 6 pitchers, right? 6 pitchers. Yeah, I mean the trolls. That's all they have. They troll. They only show up when the Yankees lose. They're never really around when they win. So that's what they do, and they do the same on Twitter. Right? Yeah. Right. Well, we all know the Yankees have to come back and play better tomorrow. We all know that. This is not an easy series. Robert, you're wrong too. He's batting 400 in the postseason. Batting 400. Yeah, it's true. Bednar and Williams got the day off. Angel. That's a good point. Yeah. They'll be fresh and ready for tomorrow. Ready to shut the Blue Jays down tomorrow. Yankees win, then they get the momentum back, coming back to the Bronx. No. We do have the pitching advantage. I guess it's going to be Bieber versus Rodon, Game 3, I suppose, in New York. And then I don't know what they're going to do I don't know what the Blue Jays are going to do for Game 4 yet. But you're probably going to have Gausman back here in Game 5. Unless the Yankees win the next 3. All right, so. Yeah. Stanton and Grisham, particularly. I mean, those have been our two, some of our two more clutch players, power guys. They haven't really done anything. Well, we have to stop swinging at first pitches. We got to stop treating Kevin Gausman like he's damn Bob Gibson. We got to stop doing that. We really have to stop doing that. Get to the bullpen. Wear the bullpen out like we did Game 2 against the damn Red Sox. Right? Got to do the same. A bullpen game for Toronto for Game 4? All right, can't see Eddie. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Bellinger too. And again, like the Yankees beat the Red Sox without much contribution from any of these guys, except for Judge has been and Volpe have been contributing. But Weaver looks overmatched, man. Just doesn't look like you have it. All right. No. Rally around the flag effect with Canada and the Jays. What do you mean, Mr. Bryan? I don't understand what that means. Do I see a rally around the flag effect with Canada? What climate are you referring to? I just want to make sure I have an understanding of what you're asking so I can answer you appropriately. I've been saying it for a week now, right? I can't see it. Yarborough should be in there. Saying it for a week. Oh, stop with the fire balloon stuff, please. Really. Come on. The fire balloon stuff. Our bats didn't do their job. What does firing boom do? How does that help that? Who's delusional, Robert? Same here, Marcel. I've been pushing for Yarborough. He's got very good stats against the Blue Jays. I'm confused as to why he's not in here. Warren hasn't been great against the Blue Jays. No, someone's having, man. I don't think the Dodgers repeat either, Alex. But so many people did want to give them the trophy, right? Wanted to mail them the trophy in the beginning of the season. It's not over yet, but I'm skeptical of them repeating too. Who's delusional, Robert? And why? Weaver hasn't, CeeLo. Weaver has not been the same, at least the last month. And maybe even more than that. But today, I mean, our bats didn't show up. I do think he's kind of he reminded me of Paul Skeens the other day. He did, big time. But now we got to pivot, right? To game 2. Blue Jays are Canada's team. I stretch if you think of any success have this season, Canadians will cling on to America. Are you talking are you referring to the political climate, Mr. Bryan? I mean, I think a lot of countries are going to bring a big F you to America with the political climate. Most of the world hates us right now, so. Nice, CeeLo. Enjoy that concert, baby. Enjoy. Schlittler's going to get an opportunity. There's no doubt about that, Angela. No doubt about it. He's going to get an opportunity to win a rotation spot. Political climate? I mean, what can I say without being politics? Of course, people are going to side with you're rooting for the Blue Jays. It's just ridiculous. Bad Bunny's in the Super Bowl. People are outraged at that. So, but yeah, obviously Canada's going to root for the Jays. I'm rooting for the Yankees, and I'll just leave it at that. Now we try to leave politics out of this stuff because it's such an ugly topic. And the fact of the matter is, our leadership brings out the worst in people. So right now, and that's the last thing I want to do. If Schlittler, he might be, Jack. I don't know how many innings he pitched this year, minors and majors combined. That's something I have to look at. Yeah, we definitely need a split going into New York. Yeah, we definitely need a split going into New York. There's no doubt about it. I don't know if Clark's going to pitch at all next year, Nelson. Because he had Tommy John. I think he's going to miss most of next year. So it's probably going to be Hill. Right now, it's probably going to be Beagle. What's up, Beagle? Yeah, Judge isn't the only one. We can't leave Ben Rice out of this. We can't give a get out of jail free card to Grisham or Stanton either. At least Judge is hitting 400 this postseason. The other guys are barely hitting 100. No. If I had to choose between keeping Waring and Hill, I would keep Hill. I would try to trade Hill for relief pitching, just like I would try to trade Dominguez for relief pitching. We have to revamp our bullpen after the show. No. We got to jump on this guy tomorrow, Anthony. Yeah. Yeah, we do, you see him. He's hitting the ball. Just hitting him into gloves. He's hitting him into gloves. Right? I mean, Blackburn is, he's doing a lot of the dirty innings right now, so taking that beating. But that's a Warren can take that too. But I don't know if they want to do that to Warren because the expectation is that he's probably going to be back next year. But I could be wrong. We'll see. Judge got 2 hits. He was 2 for 4. Nobody's comparing him. He didn't any hits. We levy it out accordingly across the board, Cecilia. There's no get out of jail free cards. Rice's been great, not today. It's okay to say that. Just because we like a player doesn't mean they get a get out of jail free card. Yeah, he's a captain, and the captain's batting 400 in the postseason. So, Diaz for which Diaz are you talking about, Hayden? Which Diaz are you talking about? You talking about Yandy Diaz? I don't think Rice is going anywhere. I think he's going to be starting first baseman next year. If you're referring to Yandy, I think Rice is going to be the starting first baseman. This is a 5-game series. 5-game series. So I would have had Yarbrough on here too, Alan. I wanted Yarbrough here. He has better stats against the Blue Jays than most of our other pitchers do. So, got that right, Brandon. And Dos Santos would have been fine. But I'm surprised. Yarbrough. Maybe they thought since they beat Boston without Yarbrough, they could beat Toronto without Yarbrough. So, Edwin Diaz? I don't know. I'm shooting higher than Edwin Diaz. Brian Woo's not pitching anything. Is he really? I did not know that. No, that's not going to happen, Marcel. Phantom injury stuff is not going to happen. Not in the postseason. They're not going to do that. Right now, we're missing some pieces. Like Jay Cousins would have come in handy right now. Right? But it's not. He's not here. Tommy John. So I'll be looking for at least 2 good arms this offseason. I would. Because the fact of the matter is, I don't think Weaver or Williams are going to come back. So those 2 guys are going to have to be replaced. And so is Loizaga. I don't think he's coming back. And some other guys too. So he didn't choke Yankees. Why do you keep saying Judge choked? He was 2 for 4. The whole team didn't do anything. But Judge, one of the few people got hits today. Putting the blame on Judge for Stanton getting no hits and Rice getting no hits and Grisham getting no hits. First person we do is we blame Judge. All of them did, Yankees too. All of them did. It's not only Judge's fault. What's the pivot to blame Judge? What channel is peddling this right now? Who's peddling this on Twitter? Hmm? Yeah. 2 for 4 with a double and a strikeout. Rice, 2 strikeouts. Stanton, a strikeout. We struck out 6 times. We had 6 hits. Judge had 2 of them. Nothing you can agree to disagree all you want, but nothing I said was untrue, Yankees. Pinch run. I think they wanted to try to get some speed on the base paths. That's my guess, Angela, with Caballero. But like, he was going base paths, but like our bats were the problem today. They did nothing. No. And that's not going to happen. Bryce is going to be our first baseman, Hayden, and Wells is going to be our starting catcher. I'd be surprised if that happens, Hayden. Shocked, I should say. That's what I'm saying, Chocolate. Like, it's easy. This happens all the time, right? Easy to scapegoat his Judge or Volpe or Boone, right? And no, folks don't want to hold Trent Grisham accountable or Ben Rice accountable or Jason Dominguez accountable. Like, it's the same repeating cycle. Well, it was one game today, Lorenzo. One game today. So Stanton's not hurt. He's hitting the ball hard. It's just finding gloves. I'll let them glow at one game. Let them glow. Just goes to show they're not at our level, man. They're not. Just like the Mets folks, not at our level either. They got to gloat and trail and troll and troll and troll. Yet they're watching the Yankees from home, right? The Yankees are still here. The Mets are not. No, I don't think he does. Off balance. I don't think he's hurt. Yeah. So they're gonna probably have to ride the hot arms in the bullpen, right? Like last series, when they rode Bednar hard, they rode Cruz hard. They're probably going to use Duvall a couple times after the way he pitched the other day. Devin Williams, Tim Hill, right? You can use kind of a rotating series of pitchers. But I do think it's a mistake not having Yarbrough here, because he could have gotten multiple reliable innings for this team and saved a lot of the bullpen. So, exactly, it was a team effort today. We gave the guy 4 pitch innings. Kevin Gossett swung at the first pitch way too many times. A pitching arm, a couple in trades. A couple in trades. I'm dangling Hill and Dominguez this offseason. I'm dangling both in trades to get some really high-level relievers. So I want 2 high-end pitching arms. I feel good. I'm calling Preller from Padres. I'm offering Hill and Dominguez for Mason Miller as soon as the season's over. I'll even add a pitching pro. I'll add a pitcher, Kyle Carr or something like that. Okay, because you guys are going to lose 2 starting pitchers, most likely King and Dylan Cease, and you're going to need an outfield. I'm giving you both in a trade for Mason Miller. You gave up half the farm for the guy, right? You gave up the number 3 prospect in baseball. So I'm going to give you a package commensurate with getting Mason Miller. If I can't do that, then I'm going to call the Angels. I want Ben Joyce or Reed Detmers. I want both those guys. Miller's not a rental. He's got like 4 years of control left. No, I'm not the new GM. That's what I would do, though. I wish I was. Well, I'm not the GM, but that's what I would do. We can extract value. And there are certain teams that I think are willing to deal with us. The Padres will be one. The Angels will be another. Right? And even perhaps you can make 2 separate trades. But for Mason Miller, I'd be more than willing to give both of them. I would. And if you can get Mason Miller, then I would call the Angels and try to get Reed Detmers on the lefty side. Something like that. That's a good add to the bullpen. A good add. Both those guys, oh my God. I don't mean, people probably think I'm crazy, Hayden. So, I don't know. But I think of methodically ways to make this team better. And trading from excess, right? Trading from surplus to address positions of deficit, right? So, and that's what I would do. But again, they don't pay me. I'm not the GM. I don't work for these guys. So, we don't know that. And Miller's not going to be a starter. I highly doubt that, Dom. If they get enough package, they'll trade Miller. Their farm is depleted now. Depleted. Padres, so. Another bat for what position? He's what position? Pete Alonso, I think he stays in the National League, Alonso, but not the Mets. I think he stays in the National League. And who would be that leadoff hitter? Yankees. At what position? Well, that's the other thing too, Jonathan. We'll talk about that too. There's a long list of players that they need to protect from the Rule 5. But I think they're only going to protect like 4 or 5 of them. The other guys are going to be in trades. And there's some, pretty good pitching prospects that'll be available in trades. Chapman already was given an extension from Boston. They gave him an extra year or 2, about a week or 2 ago. So, for all the Chapman. I'll be looking to see if Andres Munoz, he's got 3 team options. If he doesn't get it exercised, then if he's a free agent, I would look at him. So I wouldn't have started Hill either. I wouldn't have started him either. We're in Allen. Could be Milwaukee. Could be the Cubs. I'm going to stay in the National League and stick it to the Mets. That's what I think. Yeah, they could. Hill and Dominguez could get us a bat and a bullpen arm. But what bat? And you talk about what bat are you thinking? Yeah, I don't sweat the Blue Jays fans. I wouldn't entertain them, Beagle. That's what they do. You talking about Caballero or Cabrera? Osvaldo Cabrera. I mean, I'd probably look at Edwin Diaz, but I don't want to hear that stupid trumpet music over here. But Edwin Diaz has an opt-out. He has to exercise it first. I do think they're going to lose. Yeah, this is true, Beagle. I do think the Mets are going to lose a couple of players. And they relieved a bunch of coaches like this morning or yesterday. So they're going to make some changes, the Mets. I'm surprised they got rid of their pitching coach, who kind of worked wonders with some of their pitchers. That's my biggest surprise for the Mets. I would have kept them. So it must be in the room, my goodness. Jim Riley from Ballcap Sports, yeah. Big Blue Jays channel. Jose Caballero. Oh yeah, he's a guy. Yeah, I mean he's not a full-time player either. That's one of the other problems. So all the bats chased out of the zone. All the bats chase out of the zone, especially with pitchers like this. Gossman, he's got a lot of off-speed stuff. So Clay Holmes does pitch for the Mets. Yep. They turned him into a starter. Oh. Our hitting discipline was awful. Like I said, we made Kevin Gossman look like he was Bob Gibson. Completely undisciplined today. Like I said, I hope this is just get this out of the system. Let this be their crap game. Move on from it. Like Mariano always said, one of the best things for a baseball player to have is a short memory. One of the most important things. Forget about it. It happened now. Can't change it. Move on to tomorrow. That's it. You shake that crap off, right? Cardinals. You talking about Brendan Donovan? Yankees too? Brendan Donovan? Is that who you're referring to, Yankees too? I did not see. What did Rivera say about Diaz's trumpet music? Brendan Donovan. He's a guy that I wanted for years, but now I don't know if there's a fit for him. Now that we have Jose Caballero here. I mean, they could trade him this offseason. They're apparently going to be making some trades. And I wanted him, like, love you too, Nelson. Appreciate you, man. I've asked for Donovan for like 2 years. I fought for this guy and people ask anybody in here that's been around me. I've been talking about Donovan for like 2 years. Good night to you, Miss Michelle, as well, Nelson. Thank you for letting us spend some time with Nelson. Thank you for letting him spend some time with us, Nelson. Michelle, have a great night. Appreciate you too. That's it. There's a reason why I wanted Brendan Donovan for a long time. I understand it was legendary. That trumpet thing, and that's one reason And like, what would you bring him in for? Bednar's our closer. I don't want him being replaced by Diaz. He's hittable tomorrow, Yankees too. So I think Yankees got to jump on him early, and Max Fried needs to just shut these guys down, just like Kevin Gossman did to us today. Max Fried needs to do the same thing to them tomorrow. But like I said, you got to shut down Kirk. You got to shut down Guerrero Jr. You have to do it. You have to do it. We got our asses handed to us from Alejandro Kirk today. All right? So, I'm confident too, LV. That's part of the approach. Yankees, that's part of the approach. I mean, Edwin Diaz, I would bring him in as a setup guy. But I'm not replacing David Bednar with him. The only guy I would replace David Bednar with would be somebody like Mason Miller. That's just my opinion. But take a look at Ben Joyce too from the Angels. And I wasn't even looking at him until Ken from The Ugly Truth told me about it. So thank you to Ken for that. Yeah, we just gotta need to jump on it tomorrow. We need to work the counts. Don't swing at pitches that aren't strikes, right? And let him walk you. Let him walk you. There was so many, bats that we could have walks today that we just swung. Like, guys, this is why we looked undisciplined and unfocused. So the Yankees have to have the short memory. They got to rebound tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Nothing else we can do. There's really nothing else we could do. Let's go get a steak dinner tonight, boys. Relax. Get a good night's sleep and come back tomorrow focused and ready to do your jobs. That's it. All right. I'm sure that's going to be discussed tonight. The lack of, working the count. Somebody will tell them that. And I'm sure they know about it too already. So we looked, yeah, I mean, we look sluggish today, LV. We look sluggish. But again, Gossman had our number today. He had us off balance for most of the game when he was pitching. So, yeah, I would, I'm not sure I'd utilize Weaver. Yeah, then they do that because he's, not good at hitting off-speed pitches. No, this isn't Blame's fault, Pico. This is our bats. They didn't do their jobs, man. They didn't do their jobs. So, yeah. But I know a lot of people will blame Boone. Happens all the time. We know that already. Certain channels that just blame Boone. Blame Boone, blame Boone, blame Boone all the time. No. I mean, they were blaming Boone 2 days after he took out Max Fried. 102 pitches, that's it? He was laboring. That was obvious if anybody watched the game. Right? Yeah, I mean, I want to wrap this up in a minute anyway. I got to start preparing for bedtime for the kids. Well, the first call was BS on Trent Grisham. That ball did bounce off his foot. He should have been back in there. That was baloney right off the bat. Right out of the gate, just. Right? We are. I mean, I'm disappointed too. I did not enjoy that game. That game sucked. But like I said, I mean, let this be the game that didn't get it out of their system. Their crap game. And let them get their ass handed to them like they did today. Right? It happens to teams, right? It happened to the Cubs earlier today against the Brewers. The Brewers came out like a bat out of hell, just like the Blue Jays did. Right? They had a week off, both of the teams, so they had lots of energy. Right? We'll see if they can maintain that now. Still 3-0 Phillies over Dodgers in the 5th inning. So, yeah. Cool. Well, next year there will be, because they're having that. MLB is instituting that challenge system next year where you can actually challenge balls and strikes without getting ejected, which is kind of nice. Yeah, I get you, Beagle. I totally get it. Totally get it. And we deal with most of the nasty fans, right? From the other teams. They love just giving us the business. They love pounding the Yankees. But Phillies are my pick to win the National League, to go to the World Series, Jonathan. And I said in the beginning of the season, it's still my pick. Let's see if Phillies, Brewers, ALCS. Let me see, NLCS, excuse me. Well, now let's see. I mean, 8:38 in about a half an hour, the Tigers play the Mariners, and that's going to be Troy Melton versus George Kirby. Troy Melton versus George Kirby. I hope it's a Phillies Yankees World Series, but I don't know. Ghost Run. Yeah, no, there's no Ghost Runner in the postseason. Just for regular season, Angela. They eliminate the Ghost Runner in the postseason. So it's just a completely even playing field in the playoffs, which is good. It is. Exactly, Consigliere. It is penis envy, man. Little dick energy. You guys are too much. Oh, man. I'm confident they win tomorrow, you see. I mean, Giant Yankees, too. I'm confident. Today's one day. It sucks. We're all steaming about it. It's over. Can't do anything about it. Right? Now let's stop. Let's be respectful here, folks. If the Brewers beat us for the World Series, then congratulations to the Blue Jays. I mean the Brewers, not the Blue Jays. The Brewers. The Brewers are playing at a whole nother level right now. No superstars, but they play great defense. They're fundamentally sound. They do everything well, but they have no superstars on the team. Yeah, yeah, I can't stand it either, Angela. It's just I hope they get rid of the Ghost Runner altogether in the next CBA. I really do. It's just a rule. That's the key, man. Just to try to bring a little bit of zen back into it, Yankees too, right? There's some other streams and some other channels. It just becomes a bitch fest, right? A bitching fest. Excuse the language, folks. Rant after rant after rant and trashing and trashing. They bring no perspective, no value to anything, and they're not happy unless they're miserable. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. We try to be grown-ups here, right? Constantly, it would be fun. Yeah, Phillies Brewers would be fun. But I do think if the Phillies get past the Dodgers, then the path is a little bit more defined, I think, for the Phillies than the American League. I think. Yeah. Judge and Cal Rowling, man. In a couple of weeks, we'll have the discussion will be who wins the MVP. Oh, exactly, Beagle. You know that we don't do that here. There's a lot of other channels who thrive on hate and negativity, and and a lot of them have tons of subscribers. There are a lot of people who subscribe to that low information stuff, but whatever. I don't need it. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. Someone easy on the East Coast to well, exactly. I mean, if it's not the Yankees, I mean, my wife is a Phillies fan, so as soon as I go upstairs, I'm gonna be rooting for the Phillies against the Dodgers. I want them to beat the Dodgers. So, and I don't know if the Yankees can beat the Phillies in the World Series. I mean, without Zach Wheeler, maybe. I don't know. The Phillies are a good team, a really good team, better than the 2009 team. Yeah, preview. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think Judge should win, but I'm not one of the people who gets to vote on it. So, Kyle Schwarber, you see, my favorite's Kyle Schwarber, and she likes Zach Wheeler too. You know what I mean? No doubt about it. Yankees too. No doubt about it. Gotta support my wife too, man. Gotta do it. No. But let's go. I want the Phillies to beat the Dodgers ass today. Joey, we got our asses handed to us. 10-1. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully the Blue Jays got it out of the system. The Yankees got it out of their system. So, right? Yeah, Tiny, I'm getting hit, man. It's nice to see. And I want to see Roki Sasaki get hit. I want to see Yamamoto get hit. Right now it's the bottom of the fifth, and the Phillies have two guys on. Tiny's still in there. Christopher Sanchez pitching for the Phillies. If they had if Zach Wheeler didn't lose, the rest of the season with the injury, they'd be my overwhelming favorite for the World Series, the Phillies. Yeah, let's go Phillies, man. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We got to win tomorrow, Jake. It's going to take it one day at a time. One game at a time. We win tomorrow. We get the momentum back, and we bring it back with us to New York. And they're well within their abilities to win both games in New York if they want to do that. So, just like we did against the Red Sox. They can do it against the Jays, too. Sando Tani Packin is right, man. The Yankees are due for a World Series, and especially the fan base. The fan base, like, can you imagine what the parade would be like? I remember going to the parade in '96, and they hadn't won in like 18 years. The parade was insane. Insane. I also went 98, 99, 2000, also, and 2009. It was nuts. Whatever. It's all good, Beagle. I I don't know if he tolerates that, Jim, but I know we don't tolerate that here. Like, I'm not gonna definitely stoop to the level of some other fan bases. I'm not doing it. And listen, that does not say we have some AL Yankee fans, because we do. I think Fried will be okay, Jake. Our bats need to wake up, and our defense needs to back him up tomorrow. Good, Beagle. I think we win tomorrow, Jake. But we'll see. Tomorrow's another day. Hopefully, the Yankees, like I said, put this behind them, have a short memory, and get ready for tomorrow. Get ready for tomorrow, man. Yeah. I know I am. I can only control myself, Yankees fan. I can only control myself. And I know I'm putting it behind me, so nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. Can only control what we can control. And the same thing applies to the Yankees. Got to recalibrate and come with a different plan of attack tomorrow. Yep. Heck yeah. Our offense isn't hitting. Most of them. I mean, the guys that are hitting the most are Judge and Volpe. The rest of them guys, not too much. Not too much. Yeah. We need Grisham. We need Stanton. We need Cody. We need these guys to step up. We definitely do. No. It's got to get ready for tomorrow. It sounds like Kyle Schwarber's up. Uh-oh. Fifth inning just ended. Okay. Otani got out. Got out of the fifth inning. So it's still 3-0 Phillies. Still 3-0. That's it. Listen, and this tomorrow. Just got to focus on tomorrow now. We got our top guy on the end tomorrow, and we have to please do whatever you need to do. Shut down on Vlad. Shut down Kirk, please, and you shut down Springer if he's in there as well, as best you can. Even if you need to issue them an intentional walk with guys, and just get them off the bases, keep them, from scoring. We'll see what the Yankees do. We'll see what they do. But let me let you all go. Yeah, damn right. Shout out to Big Volpe right now. Volpe's playing well. He's batting like 360 in the postseason. So, yep. Yes, he is. Springer, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Hell, yeah, man. Look, but people were acting like he'll give up like 8 runs, and he didn't. Right? He gave up 2. So, but he got hit. He just wasn't locating the ball as much, and Stop, Robert, please. Stop with the firing BS. Such a weak talking point. Will Warren. Will Warren, let me see something. Hang on 1 second. I went over this earlier. I went over the roster. I mean, Will Warren's on the roster. He's on the roster, remember. Why does Boone have to go? One of 2 managers in baseball history to go to the playoffs 7 times in his first 8 seasons. I don't know. I mean, that's a question for the powers that be. Why he's not on the roster. And Moon does not have carte blanche over that decision. It's a collaborative effort between a bunch of folks. No. I'm gonna take this one series at a time. I love how folks are just writing the Yankees obituary already. I'm not. Remember, we were supposed to be a fourth place team after Soto signed with the Mets. Remember that? That was the narrative we were fed for months. Didn't happen. Time to go where, Yankees fan? Time to go where? No, so you think it's that easy to win a World Series? And last year was the first time he had a championship roster, and then he went to the World Series. Yankees fan, so I mean, do we honestly think it's that easy? It's not. I'd be firing the Mets manager before I fire the Yankees manager. That collapsed by the Mets. No, we didn't. We beat two sucky teams, but we also won the 3 out of 4 series. We beat Houston, we beat Boston, and we beat Toronto in those series. The ones right before we won the last day. We see people seem to forget that. And two sucky teams. Oh, for last year, talking about doesn't matter. We got to the World Series. Doesn't matter. Of course they did, Consigliere. Going to the World Series, going to the World Series. Right? Again, talking points don't change that. Last year is last year. People still bringing it up. I don't know why people are relitigating last year. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like the Dodgers are getting owned by the Phillies right now, right? It's not over yet, but people love to do this all the time, just like they did last season. I mean, last series with Boston, they're getting owned. They can't win this series. The Yankees are cooked. Boston's going to take it. What happens? Nope. Right? They do this all the time. All the time. And then the Yankees win. They win the series, and a lot of the trolls just don't show up. Huh? That's the way it is with a lot of the Yankee fan base. We don't know that, Yankee fan. We don't know there's no way to come back. We don't know that. We don't know that. Yeah. All I know is I'm not giving up on this team. Especially not after one crappy game. I hear you, Brian. I'm going to wrap this up, too. My wife needs my help. I'm saying my girls are, I don't know what they're doing upstairs, but I have a feeling it's going to look like an airplane hit my house when I go upstairs. Yeah. Tons of them, JG. Tons of them. But a lot of fans use talking points from Twitter, right? And they bring it here. Talking points from Fairweather fan channels posing as real channels, and they bring it here. No. What did Judge do today? 2 for 4, right? Who else struck out with guys on? Stanton, Grisham, Rice. Nobody did anything. But let's just blame Judge, right? One. Let's completely ignore everything else. Judge was 2 for 4, and he's batting 400. Okay. But yeah, let's blame Judge for choking. Let's see something here. Ben Rice, 162 batting average. Grisham, 133. Stanton, 067 in the postseason. Yeah, but let's blame Judge for choking. 400 batting average. It is a team sport, exactly. But this is what folks do. And this is why I ask people: is this your position, or are you using someone else's talking points? And if it's someone else's talking points, no one ever says who the talking points are, right? Because I know there's other channels who just do. That's all they do is they blame certain people all the time. It's a consistent theme. Then they go on Twitter and do the same thing. It's pretty much you can see where it's coming from, and you know who's perpetrating it. But it is what it is. Fact of the matter is, Yankees lost today. They got to win tomorrow. That's it. It's over. People can play the blame game. His 2-4 means nothing. He was up for bases loaded with no outs. Did he get all 3 outs? Or who are the 2 guys behind him? Cody Bellinger and Ben Rice and Stanton. Those guys didn't do anything either, right, Andrew? So you can cherry pick this type of stuff, but nobody wants to hold anybody else accountable, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, people hate when I call this type of stuff out. A lot of folks just want me to go on the tantrum train like some of the other channels do. Right? I don't do that. Well, he pitched well against the Blue Jays this year for the Yankees, William. That's for sure. But, yeah, it is what it is, right? I'm telling you, Yankees fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying Gill was not great today, but he wasn't awful either. The bullpen was worse than Hill. Weaver was terrible. And Weaver gave up more runs than Hill did. Right? No, we're not getting swept, William. Not getting swept. I don't think we're losing the 4 games. We're not losing at home. Judge also had a double today. It doesn't matter. Okay, if he's coming on with the bases empty, the guys before him aren't getting on base, right? The only way he can come up with guys on base is if the guys before him get on base, right? Hill's up and down. Hill's definitely up and down. But tomorrow's another day. We're going to focus on that. We're going to go for the damn win. So have a great night, everybody. Peace and love to all he is. And we'll be back tomorrow. Knuckles ready to go. Knuckle sandwiches ready to hand out. Noogies to give. And time for the Yankees to pay back tomorrow. Let's go, Yankees. Deuces.